Hey, good evening to all you wrestling fans. I'm the Godfather of Soul, Justin Lewis Fleming. I'm here today to give you my wrestling history, wrestling birthdays, pop culture, and sports for today, Sunday, June the 12th, 2022. But before I do, I'm going to hear what I just heard. I'm going to hear that Ric Flair wants to face Vince McMahon at SummerSlam 2022. You kidding me? This is the worst. This is terrible. This is why WWE is a piece of shit right now and nobody's watching this shit. They're gonna this is gonna be the this is gonna be this is gonna be the worst pay-per-view and the worst match I ever watched. I think I know why Flair wants to face Vince McMahon because June 10th, I remember June 10th, 2022. Vince McMahon, the old piece of shit, removed Flair from beat Flair in the match in a No Holds Bars match when as a main event to the after Monday Night Raw ended, so he had control of WWE. And he removed him as owner of Raw. That's why. And this is why WWE is failing. This is why it's gonna be a terrible summer slam, or should I say summer scam. Nobody's not watching this shit. Nobody is. Nobody. But let's forget about all that and let me go on to my wrestling birthdays for today and his wrestling history, pop culture, and sports for today, Sunday, June the 12th, 2022. Let's go some wrestling birthdays. But first, let me get my calculator. Okay, let's go some wrestling birthdays today. Today is a happy 26th birthday to Super Astro from Mexican wrestler. Today is also a happy 31st birthday to Japanese wrestler Tomoyoki Oka from Japan. Today is also a happy 37th birthday to Chris Chambers, Canadian pro wrestler. And today is also a happy 47th birthday of Brian Alvarez, American pro wrestler, martial artist, satellite radio host, podcaster, and journalist. Alvarez is an editor of the publisher of Figure 4 Weekly, a newsletter that has covered pro wrestling since 1995. A Bartow, Washington native, Alvarez was trained by Buddy Wayne and later became a trainer himself, training former AEW star Jack Evans. In wrestling, Alvarez is a one-time ICW/ICWA Texarkana television champion. And today is also a happy 50th birthday to Jimmy Jannetty. Is no relation to WWE Hall of Famer Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels' tag team partner of the Rockers. Nope, no relation there. He was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's from ECW. And today is also a happy 51st birthday to Mark Henry, former WWE star and current AEW. He's currently an AEW commentator and analyst. He's an American powerlifter, Olympic weightlifter, and strongman, and retired pro wrestler. And he's currently signed to AEW and formerly from WWE. He was in the 1996 Olympic gold, 1996 Olympics, along with um, former WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle. came to the WWE in 1996. And he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2018. Okay, and today is also a happy 52nd birthday of Antonio Garcia Cortez, better known as rename Valentin Mayo he's a Mexican wrestler. And today also would have been a happy 53rd birthday to Hector Solano Segura, better known by his rename Hector Garza. And I think he is related to, I think Hector Garza Jr. and Roberto Carrillo. And Angel, and he has I think his Angel Garza's son? Yeah, I think, yeah, probably. And today is also a happy 59th birthday to Jeremy Lin, better known as her name Jerry Lynn, former WWE. He was in WWE, ECW, TNA, which is now called Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, ECW, and now he's in AEW. He's retired. Good athlete. Today is also a happy 61st birthday to. Today also would have been the happy 61st birthday to Keith Robinson. He died on July 21st, 2021. I don't know what place he died of, and I don't know what he died of. With very tragic passing. And today also would have been today is also a happy 65th birthday to Negro Navarro. His ring name very known by his ring name Miguel Calderon Navarro, Mexican luchador pro wrestler. Okay, that's it. Now let's go to some wrestling history for today, June the 5th, June the 12th. Let's see what happened on this day in wrestling history on June the 12th. On this day in 1962 in Dallas, Texas, promoted by the World Class Championship Wrestling, Bill Curry and Art Sailor Thomas defeated the Dalton brothers. Victor the Wrestling Bear defeated Tony Angelo. John Paul Henning won the Battle Royal. The Mummy beat Carlos Rocha. Tommy Gohagan beat Tony Nepotillion. I don't know how to pronounce that. And Jerry Kozak and Treach Phillips fought in the draw. On this day in 1962, promoted by CWC Capital Wrestling Corporation, promoted by George Smith in Bridgeport, Connecticut, at City Arena, Bobo Brazil and Sohi Baba fought in the double disqualification. Edward Carpentier defeated Joe Quinones 2-0. I think it was 2-hour falls match. I don't know. Fabulous Kangaroos defeated Arnold Skol and Buddy Cody 2-0. The Nature Boy Buddy Rogers defeated Carlo Milano. Johnny Baran defeated Fred Atkins. Golden Terror defeated Paul Jones. And Bobo Brazil defeated Frank Morgan. On this day in 1962, promoted by AWA, American Wrestling Association, Minneapolis, Minnesota, AWA World Heavyweight Champion Mr. M. Dr. Bill Miller defeated Larry Dax Henning. Pat O'Connor and Doug Gilbert defeated Bob Geagle and Stan Kowalski. Joseph Capello and Crybaby Cannon fought in a draw. And Jack Pasek defeated Jack Nichols. On this day in 1972 in Fort Worth, Texas, Fritz Von Erich defeated Spoiler COR. Billy Red Lions and Johnny Valentine fought in the draw. Mike York and Frank Monty defeated Jose Lothario and Dean Ho subbed for George Scott. Mr. Fuji beat Apache Gringos. And Tom Ziggler defeated Pedro Godoy. On this day in 1972, over 3,000 were in attendance in Bangor, Maine at the Auditorium provided the Worldwide Wrestling Federation at WWE World Wrestling Entertainment. Arnold Skaaland defeated Nikita Molkovic at 13-10. Chief Jay Strongbow defeated Jimmy Valiant at 9-23. Thomas Moran fought Juan Caruso to a draw. Sonny King fought the Black Demon to a double disqualification. And WWF/WWE champion Pedro Morales defeated Professor Toru Tanaka at 12-14. On this day in 1982, on WWF Championship Wrestling, hosted by the old piece of shit Mr. Man and Pat Patterson, God rest his soul, WWE Hall of Famer. Salvatore Bellomo defeated Frank Williams with a butterfly suplex at 350. This was Bellomo's WWE debut. Ivan Putski defeated Terry Gunn with a Polish Hammer at 325. Rick McGraw and Steve Travis defeated Johnny Ross and Tony Colon at 350 when Travis pinned Colon with a power slam. Special Delivery Jones defeated George Rosella with a side slam in 246. WWE Tag Team Champions Mr. Fuji and Mr. Saito with Captain Lou Albano defeated Pete Sanchez and Miguel Feliciano at 301 when Fuji pinned Feliciano with a bomb in the middle of the turnbuckle. Buddy Rose with Fred with the Grand Wizard defeated Barry Hart with a Black Breaker at 325. Rose was escorted by his two playgirls when Sensational Sherry Martel and Penny Mitchell, ring announcer Joe Musco mistakenly introduced Barry Hart as Jeff Crane. Tony Atlas defeated Jeff Crane with a gorilla press slam at 223. Intercontinental Champion Pedro Morales pinned Mac Rivera at 323 with a left hand punch to the face. And on WWF All-Star Wrestling, on WWF All-Star Wrestling, hosted by the old piece of shit Vince McMahon and the late Pat Patterson, God rest his soul, WWE Hall of Famer. Ivan Putski defeated Rocky Smith at 324 with a Polish Hammer. Jimmy Snuka with Captain Lou Albano defeated Lawrence Sochi at 224 with a driving headbutt off the top. Buddy Rose with the Grand Wizard pin Charlie Brown at 241 with a backbreaker over the knee. Rose was escorted by his two playgirls, who were Sensational Sherry Martel and Judy Martin. Special Delivery Jones defeated Mac Rivera. WWE Tag Team Champions Mr. Fuji and Mr. Saito with Captain Lou Albano defeated Rick McGraw and Steve Travis via disqualification at 442 in a non-title match when Tony Ellis interfered when all four wrestlers were in the ring after Albano had kept interfering from the outside. WWE Champion Bob Backlund with Arnold Skaaland defeated Charlie Fulton via submission at 228 with a crossface chicken wing after the bout Backlund shook Fulton's hand. The Strongbow Boys defeated Sway Hansen and Jeff Craney at 734 when Jay pinned Craney with a double tomahawk chop. Salvatore Bellomo defeated Tony Colon. The show went off the air with the match still in progress. On this day in 1982, on World Class Championship on WCCW Star Wars Super Bowl of Wrestling, the attendance was 6,000 were in attendance, hosted by Bill Mercer and Jay Saldy. The Texas champion Wild Bill Irwin faced off against Ken Mattel. Irwin attempted a hip toss, but Mattel blocked it and gave him one of his own. As Mattel hit the thumb slip, he got two. Irwin came back with a bicycle kick and guillotined Mattel out with the top rope for two. While Saldy, Mercer, and discussed Mattel's pressure for cockfighting, Mattel dropped Irwin. He gave Irwin a pair of knee drops for two. When Irwin attempted a slam from Mattel off the top for another two, Irwin delivered a backbreaker for two. Upon giving him a cross whip, he slammed Mattel. He attempted a running knee drop but missed, and Mattel hooked a spinning toe hold. Irwin kicked him out of the ring. Mattel ran Irwin's left leg against the apron. When Irwin reversed a cross corner whip, he came up empty on his follow through. Mattel replied a spinning toe hold, but Irwin kicked him, sending him face into the top turnbuckle. 1, 2, 3, Irwin won. And then, little battle royal. Andre the Giant Al Majol, Wild Bill Irwin, the Spoiler, Bugs McGraw, the T. John, to DeBow, and Jose Lothario. And the winner was, skip right ahead. The winner was, Andre Giant was the winner. Then, was a tag team match for the All Asia Tag Team titles. Great Kabuki versus Devon Eric's Kevin Von Erich and David Von Erich. And the winner was, the Von Erichs, Kevin and David. And that's the end of the show. And on this day, 1982, on Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, Bob Caldy with the August Green Jacket special opens the show, saying that the great stars will be here, including the new United States champion Sergeant Slaughter. And Morocco, in an interview, Morocco warns Caldy not to call him Don. The Princess of Darkness return. Morocco rants on Wahoo dinner and yells at the fans. He says Wahoo is in the hospital. Jack Briscoe comes out and he says he's not fooling anyone. He's why Wahoo lost. Morocco dismisses Briscoe, and Roddy Piper signed him to a 6-figure contract. Things get physical. Briscoe sacks Morocco and later agrees to a match. You're going down too, Indian, he says. And see, I'm gonna skip right ahead. I don't waste time. Sergeant Slaughter defeated Steve Cyberg. Jack Briscoe, the Mid-Atlantic champion, defeated the Mr. Don Morocco by DQ. And Pork Chop Cash and King Parsons defeated the Monk and Pretty Boy Fergie. And Paul Jones defeated Ken Timms. And Ivan Koloff and Angel Moscow and the Ninja defeated Mike Davis and Mike Rotundo and Kelly Kinski. Now on this day in 1982, on Georgia Championship Wrestling on TV, Bang Dog Boy Sawyer fought Mr. Ronan Paolono in no contest and time limit draw. And on this day in 1982, promoted the World Wrestling Federation on WWE World Wrestlers Entertainment in Landover, Maryland, at the Capitol Center. Jose Estrada defeated Pete Sanchez. Johnny Ross defeated Steve King. Special Delivery Jones defeated the Black Demon. WWE Women's Champion and Fabulous Moon and Sensational Sherry defeated Judy Martin and Penny Mitchell. Pat Patterson defeated J.J. Dillon at 5:28. Bob Orton Jr. defeated Tony Gurria at 14:26. Jimmy Superfly Snuka defeated Ivan Putski via count at 14:28. Tony Atlas defeated Jesse Ventura in a steel cage match. And on this day in 1982 at a house show in Boston Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, promoted the World Wrestling Federation on WWE World Wrestling Entertainment. The Strongbow Boys fought Mr. Fuji and Mr. Saito to a double disqualification. Pete Doherty defeated Frank Williams. Laurent Sochi defeated Fred Marzino. Steve Travis defeated Swade Hansen. Rick McGraw defeated the Black Demon. Andre the Giant defeated Adrian Adonis. Intercontinental Champion Pedro Ramos defeated Greg Valentine in a Brass Knuckles match. WWE Champion Bob Backlund defeated Blackjack Mulligan. And on this day in 1982, there was an event being held called the NWA St. Louis Show. Took place at the United States St. Louis Arena, aka the Checker Dome, St. Louis, Missouri. Show Me State. Promoted by this AWA in attendance was 19,027. Sorry, pronounce it. Mike George and Roger Kirby fought in the draw. Mark Romero defeated Great Kabuki by disqualification. Rufus R. Jones defeated the Max Superfly. King Kong Brody defeated Bob Sweeten. Devon Eriks, David and Kerry defeated Crusher Black, Jerry Blackwell, and Cam Patera. Dory Funk Jr. defeated Dewey Robinson. Dirty Dick Murdoch and Harley Race defeated the American Dream Dusty Rhodes and $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase into a draw and double. It was a double countout. It was a draw and a double countout. And the Nature Boy Ric Flair, woo, defeated Dick the Bruiser in a 2 out of 3 falls NWA World defeat to in 2 out of 3 falls match for the NWA World Heavyweight title. I don't understand why he's coming back to wrestling. Ric Flair, I don't know why. I just don't understand. And on this day in 1992, over 5,800 were in attendance at a house show in Los Angeles, California, the Great Western Forum, from the World Wrestling Federation, now WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. Kerry Von, the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich pinned Kato. Nasty Boys defeated Higher Energy via countout. Crush defeated Skinner via submission. The Head Vice. The Legion of Doom defeated the Beverly Brothers. The Mountain defeated Sergeant Slaughter via countout. Intercontinental Champion Bret the Hitman Hart defeated Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. And the Ultimate Warrior defeated Papa Shango. On this day in 1982 in Fairbanks, Alaska, the Carlton Center, from the World Wrestling Federation, now WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. El Matador Tito Santana defeated Barry Horowitz for Colonel Mustafa. Nails defeated Virgil. Rick DeMar Martel defeated Native American Tatanka via countout. The British Bulldog David Boy Smith, God Rest His Soul, defeated the Repo Man. And Earthquake, God Rest His Soul, defeated WWE Tag Team Champion IRS. The bout was scheduled as Natural Disasters versus IRS in the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, but DiBiase no-showed. The Undertaker defeated the Berserker, and WWE Champion the Macho Man Randy Savage defeated Nature Boy Ric Flair via disqualification. Woo! And on this day in 1992, from Smoky Mountain Wrestling at Harris West Virginia at St. Luke Elementary School never took place. The event was supposed to be held by Smoky Mountain Wrestling at St. Luke Elementary School. It never took place, and because they don't want to see the children don't want to see it, think it's too. Parents think it's too violent for kids to see wrestling in an elementary school. Now let's go with some pop culture. On this day in 1992, a movie was released in theaters nationwide. A comedy, I believe it's like a romantic comedy called House Sitter, starring Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn. Yeah, it's a really funny movie. I think it's a really funny movie, House Sitting. Now some sports. On this day in 1992, Game 5 of the 1992 NBA Finals continued at 9 p.m. Eastern on NBC on the NBA on NBC. The Chicago Bulls. Then it took place at the Memorial Coliseum in Portland, Oregon. Over the attendance was 12,888. In Game 5, the Chicago Bulls beat the Trailblazers, the Portland Trailblazers, 119 to 106. The Bulls jumped out to a 2-0 lead and never looked back, answering every Blazers comeback attempt to run with a run of their own. Chicago opened the second half onto a 16-8 run to give the Bulls a 20-point lead. Portland then pulled back with single digits unless 4 minutes were left in the game. Ended up losing 119 to 106, as I just said. Michael Jordan, who sat with a bad ankle, finished with 46 points. And on 46 points on 14 of 23 from the field, on 16 of 19 from the line. Sky Pippen fell short with a triple-double with 424 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. Clyde Drexler scored 30 points to lead 6 Portland players in double figures. However, Portland had 18 turnovers and shot just 43.8% from the field compared to 54.8% for the Bulls. Yep. Okay. Now let's go with some other sports. Game 4 on this day in 2002, in Game 4 of the 2002 NBA Finals, the Los Angeles Lakers beat the New Jersey Nets, we now know as the Brooklyn Nets. They beat them 113 to 107 on the NBA in 2002 NBA Finals prior to coverage of the NBA on NBC. It took place at the Continental Airlines Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and attendance was 19,000 296. And on this day in 2012, Game 1 of the 2012 NBA Finals began on ABC, part of their website NBA on ABC. Took place at the Cheapskate Energy Arena in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The attendance was 18,203. The Miami Heat, the Thunder defeated my former home team, the Miami Heat, 105-94. The Thunder defeated the Heat 105-94 in Game 1. In Game 1, Miami held the lead for the most first 3 quarters, including a 13-point lead in 1 point, scoring the second quarter. The Heat made 5 3-pointers to jump a 29-22 lead by the end of the first quarter, but Oklahoma City kept on pace with Miami to keep the score 54-47 by halftime. The Thunder took the lead with good 16 seconds in the third quarter after Russell Westbrook made a free throw to make it 74-73. Kevin Durant led Oklahoma City with 36 points while Westbrook had 27. LeBron James led the Heat with 30 points but was held to 1 basket during the first 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. Okay? And that's it. That's my little wrestling history, my wrestling history, my wrestling birthdays, my pop culture, and sports for today, June the 12th, Sunday, June the 12th, 2022. I'm the Godfather of Soul, Justin Lewis Fleming. Hit like, make a comment, video, subscribe to me, Godfather of Soul, Justin Lewis Fleming. And tomorrow morning, I'll be making my wrestling history, my wrestling birthdays and sports for tomorrow, Monday, June 13th, 2022. Tomorrow. So I'll be back tomorrow. I'm the Godfather of Soul, Justin Lewis Fleming. Now, approve this message, so subscribe to me, hit like, make comment, video. Hope all of you have a good Sunday. And I'm out of here. Peace.